Hi there, I'm John from CNCKing.com, and today we're going to do some Corian carving. Corian is basically what you use for countertops. It's a solid surface material made from compressed acrylic. As you can see here, there's two options. You can either do this in stone that sort of looks like this, or you can do in Corian that sort of looks like this. The advantage of Corian over stone is that, as you can see, I can actually carve into it. If this was stone, I can't use my router or my laser or anything ready to carve into the stone properly. So as you can see here, everything was carved. I used a 1/8 bit, so it's a really small bit, roughly 3 millimeters in diameter. And the advantage of that is I get a lot more resolution when I'm carving into it. Now the disadvantage of that is that it takes a lot longer to actually carve. I prefer to use larger bits, but the larger bit would make like very fine details like this not come out because the diameter of the bit would be too large for the detail that needs to be achieved. Now, because I'm using a small bit on this project here, another issue that I have is deflection. Deflection is basically when you push the bit too much, it actually just bends a little bit. And it's not like a huge bend. You can, at worst comes to worst, you actually break the bit, so it actually just cracks right off. But in this case here, I had a little bit of deflection, so I decided to stop the process and restart it a little bit slower, but also have a ramping. So instead of going like this and carving out, it goes like this, and then it slowly carves it out. So that produced a nice even result, because what you want is a nice even bottom surface. And what the customer will do is spray paint this whole thing, and then they'll just sand the surface of it, which is the nice thing about Corian, it sands really well. And as a result, you have all the paint filling here. And what the customer would do afterwards is actually set it up as a waterfall. So they'll have water coming over this. You have the high contrast of the carving. Automatically you have some contrast just from that, but also from the paint filling. So it should look totally amazing and make a really nice sound with the water coming through and going into the carving and coming out. So it'd be like a little bit of a ripple. Should look pretty cool. So if you're looking for custom carving, literally any material, we could have done this out of wood, we could have done this out of steel, we could have done this out of anything. Contact me at CNCKing.com. We'll cut it for you, carve it for you, and ship it right to your door.